Welcome to Debbie's Grill, where we talk about matters that concern the state, void of politics, fear or favor. The Ministry of Education is on a transformational path, redefining the future of AI in African education. At the heart of this transformation is a pioneering African led approach to integrating artificial intelligence in schools, one that is both responsible and contextually grounded. The effort is being spearheaded by the National Council for Curriculum and Assessment, the ministry's agency responsible for curriculum development and quality assurance, ensuring that AI tools is aligned with Ghana's educational vision, values, and Center for Distance Learning and Open Schooling. In October 2024, the Ministry of Education, through the NaCCA, introduced a new senior high school curriculum that shifts focus from rote memorization to 21st century skills and competences, character development, and Ghanaian values. This marked the first time Ghana has developed a curriculum that explicitly aims to instill national pride and prepare youth to contribute meaningfully to the country's development. The curriculum overhaul was bold, but it came with a challenge: how to retain 68,000 teachers to deliver this ambitious program to 1.44 million students. The Ministry of Education responded with a strategic plan that combined local leadership with global collaboration. Through partnership with PlayLab AI, a US profit specializing in digital infrastructure, transforming teaching, education, and learning, TTEL, a Ghanaian non-governmental organization, and MasterCard Foundation, the Ministry of Education sought to deliver AI-powered tools tailored to Ghana's curriculum. So with all that I've read, it's painting to one picture, or it's sentencing on one thing, and that has to do with we changing our curriculum and doing away with the old ways or the outdated ways of teaching and learning. Now, I'm sure we all experienced that back then in schools, primary, JHS, senior high school, where it's all about that is what they've instilled in us: chew and pour, pass and forget. And so you see students, very passionate. Okay, when it's 1 week to examination, you see students very passionate about their books, studying so hard. Chewing whatever they are supposed to chew, and then they pour it out. And then that ends it. If you're telling a person, well, what do you say you're offering in school again? And then the student will be like, I'm offering science. And you see, they are very proud. So when you tell the person, okay, what are some experiments I'm supposed to do for, say, photosynthesis, or maybe for digestion of food? What are we to know that a food is being digested? What do you do? Can you tell me or give me a brief scenario or something describing that? They can't explain it, they can't do it. But to chew and pour is very simple. And that is why we have a lot of incompetent graduates. They can chew and pour, but they cannot bring it into, they cannot materialize it. So they can study the whole day, study the whole month, study the whole year. All what they need is just to pass, get their A's, and that is it. And you get to employ these people, and they are not competent in handling their taxes very well. And that has to do with how we are being trained, how we are being brought up in our schools. When Chinese, Korean, Japanese are learning how to create robots, are training their children in engineering, how to come up with an app and all that, we are teaching A niniba, B niniba, C niniba. All this is not going to help. Because where the world is getting to, we are doing away with all those things. putting them behind us. It's no longer in existence. I came across a video where a Chinese, I would say at the age of 5, 6, 8, 10, and they've already taught these kids how to produce robots. And like, it was so nice. They are teaching them all these things. So imagine at that tender age, instilling this kind of knowledge in a child. Before the child gets to 20, 30, 21, 22, 23, imagine what that child is going to do. One, the child is going to be an asset, not only an asset to him and to the family, but an asset to the nation. And so those countries that grab that knowledge at a very early stage are making it today. The AI we are using today, it is someone's knowledge, it is someone's idea, and they are making money out of it every day. Now, wherever you go, it is AI or ChatGPT. That is what people are using. And these are being created by people, humans. AI is a human idea. It's a human knowledge. Can you just imagine that you type your surname and AI can possibly give you the meaning of your surname? And sometimes you ask for things in the local dialect and then they give it to you. It should tell you that we are getting into the world of technology. And so the Minister of Education is saying that they want to include this in our curriculum. And they want to start it from the basic levels. And I think this is a very laudable one. They say when you want to catch these kids, catch them at a very tender age. As at that time, they have nothing to think about. All that they want to is to learn. And trust me, at that tender age, whatever you teach that child sticks right into their head. And so adding something like this to our curriculum is going to help us. It's going to help these children. It wouldn't only be chew and pour, pass and forget. Chew and pour, pass and forget. The chew and pour, pass and forget is not helping. It's not helping at all. Sometimes they don't really tell you what it feels like. It is only 1 out of 10 teachers who will be real with you and then tell you that, listen, after school, this is what you are going to face. I mean, real life after school. What you are being taught is not what is on ground. You get on ground and then you realize that it's a different thing altogether. And so when we are bringing this up and then teaching these children how to create robots, how to do this, how to do that, AI and all those stuffs, it's going to help us as a country. And mind you, when you are doing that, it's just like you're investing in an asset. Because it's going to help us as a country. All the students that have gone through the basic processes of becoming whoever they are today, they were in school, studying to become a doctor. Now they are a doctor and they are in the country. In a way, they are now an asset to the country because they are giving back to the society what they've learned. And all those students that were in school learning to become a teacher, they've now become a teacher. They are in the society. They are helping other students. And they are giving back to the society what they've learned in school. So when you're doing this, in a way, you are helping the country as well. It will be very nice if we will also bring up an app and then it will be known globally. Oh, who created this app? So and so. From which country? Ghana. It shouldn't always be about we copying from other people. We can do it. And I like the fact that the Minister of Education is saying he's not going to do it alone. Things like this, you can't do it alone because we don't have the resources. That is number one. We don't have it. And so we need collaboration with other people from other countries who did it. They did it and they are succeeding. it has become so beneficial to them. So you collaborate with these people. How did you do it? How did you come so far? What should we do? What should we put in place? What should we deduct? What should we add up? And then with that, we move forward. Instilling AI or this robotic things that our students are going to learn is good, but we need the resources. Our schools needs to be resourced. I just hope that this is not going to be something that is being stated on paper and then it ends there, because we are so good at that, bringing out good initiatives, but implementing it becomes a problem. If we are able to implement this, resource the schools, encourage this student to learn it because it's going to help, then let's give ourselves like 5 years or 10 years to come. And then you see where we'll get to. Of late, everything has to do with technology. Everything is being digitalized. Gone are the days where you go and then stand in a very long queue to get something down. Now it's not like that any longer. With your phone, you are here, but with your phone you can apply for something even outside the country. That is how far digitalization and everything that has to do with technology has gotten to. Imagine we have these resource people that are so much into digitalization and technology. Like what happened at LWAC wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have happened. Because we being in a technological world and we claiming we are walking in that same path, things like this shouldn't happen. And I like the fact that of late they are even introducing engineering in our senior high schools and even in the JHS. So by the time you get to the university, you have basic knowledge of what you want to learn. And then it becomes so easy. You get it on a silver platter. And it's going to help. But one more thing. I said it and I'll continue to say it. As for us to resource the schools. If this is what we want. And exactly what we want to achieve. Then we should work towards it. Resource the schools. With the necessary equipment the students will need. In learning, because it's not only about you saying that we are going to teach them how to create apps, how to do this, how to do that, and they don't have it. The Chinese people we admire, the Japanese, the Koreans, they've resourced their people. They don't just sit down and then they are being taught. It has to do with more practical. So I feel like it's about time we do away with the theory and then focus more on the practical. Because the practical is fetching more money than the theory. Theory is not fetching more money. You cannot tell me that you go to an institution to be employed and the employer will be asking you what is photosynthesis. Or maybe you tell yourself that you're a surgeon and then you get to the interview ward and then they ask you, who is a surgeon, who is that? They don't do that. Sometimes they have should I say a statue in the form of human, and then they ask you to practice it there for them to see. So practical is more important than theory. So with the AI thing, very, very laudable. But please, it shouldn't be a 9-day wonder and not only stated on paper, but it should be implemented and the schools should be world resourced. Thank you for making time with me on the video.